Okay, you guys, let's draw a Valentine's Day bear, okay? We're going to draw our bear in the middle of our page here, and then we're going to draw a few other things around him, okay? So let's start with the bear's ears, and to do that, we're going to do two small upside down U's. Okay. Now to connect these two, let's do a curved line like this. That will be the top of his head, or her head if you're drawing a girl bear. Now we're going to connect this side of the ear to this side of the ear with a big curved line like this to complete our bear's head. Okay. Now let's draw our bear's body. From about here, we're going to draw a big curved line like this down until about here, okay? We want to leave a little bit of space on the bottom because we're going to do something down here, okay? So we have our big curved line. Now let's go back up here and we're going to do another curved line, but it's not going to be as long because we're actually going to draw our bear's arm, okay? The other one will be over here, but this one we're going to start here. We're going to go down in a curved line like this. Kind of like a J with a little bit of a flatter part here. Now we're going to go in a little bit from our arm and we're going to do another shape that's similar to this, like a curved line. So down like that. And then just connect these two lines with the U. That's going to be our bear's paw. Okay, and he's going to be holding something, which we'll see in a little bit. Okay, so let's finish the other side of his body. So from about here, from like where the bear's elbow would be, we're going to try to match this same curve, okay? So you're going to go like this and down, and you're going to stop at about the same spot, so that's about right. And then at the bottom of these two lines, because these are going to be his feet, you're just going to do two kind of like curved shapes or two U's like this. And then from this line, just draw a little bit of a straight line up, the same on this side. And then connect the two. Okay, pretty simple. Now I want to draw his other arm, but his other arm's actually going to be kind of outstretched from his body because he's going to be holding a balloon, okay? So from about here, you're going to go out into a curve. And then you're going to jump down just a little bit and you're going to do the same shape, so the same curve that you did, okay? But you're going to go up a little bit higher. Okay? And now to do the paw, you're just going to connect these two with a big U, like this. Okay. So there's like the outline of our bear, pretty simple, but let's add some details to him so that it makes him look a little better than this, right? Okay, so let's do some lines on his paw. I'm gonna do 3. Okay, same here. 1, 2, 3. Same on his feet. Here too. Okay, so there are his paws. Of course, a face, that's like the best part, right? The cutest part. So kind of in the middle of his entire face, you're gonna do a big oval. This will be his mouth and his nose and everything. Towards the top of this little oval that you did, you're gonna do another oval, okay? And this oval will be his nose. And if you're using a black pen or marker, you can already color that in, okay? If you're using a pencil, you can either color it in with your pencil or just leave it for now. His eyes will also be a couple of ovals. 1 and 2. If you want it to be a girl, you could give it eyelashes. Totally up to you. And then let's give him a little smile. So we're going to do a little J and then a backwards J. And then the final thing for some details for this little guy, I'm going to do the inside part of its ear. So you can just do an upside down U, an upside down U on this side, and then you can connect the 2 lines with a straight line, just like this. Okay. So actually it's like a D on its side. Okay, so here's our bear. Let's give him a few details that will help this look like a Valentine's Day drawing, okay? So the first thing I'm gonna do in his hand, from about here in his little paw, I'm gonna draw a little Valentine's Day card. So I'm gonna draw a line up, over, down. Basically I'm drawing a rectangle, but I can't draw the whole rectangle because part of it is behind his paw. Okay, so see, part of the rectangle is behind his paw, so I drew most of a rectangle. Now you can draw whatever you want on the card. I'm just gonna draw like a big heart, okay? So to do a heart, now one of the mistakes that a lot of my students have is that they don't put a pointed bottom on their heart, okay? So I'm gonna show you how I learned how to draw a heart, and hopefully this will help you. You start with the bottom, okay? So do a V, okay? This will help make sure that you have a nice pointed bottom to your heart, okay? And then for the top, you're gonna do kind of like an upside down W, or I guess like an M, or like the McDonald's logo, okay? So you got your V on the bottom, and then your lowercase m on the top. That's how I learned, okay? So if you wanted to do anything else on the card, you totally can. Maybe you can do some squiggles here to make it look like it has writing on it. Whatever you want to do. Now let's put a balloon in this hand. We're gonna do a heart balloon, okay? So from about here in his paw, let's draw the string hanging down from the balloon. So I'm actually just gonna do a little bit of a spiral line, okay? Because usually when you get a balloon, the end of it is like a little curly. It looks kind of cool. Okay, so there's a curly end of the string. And then for the top part, I'm actually just going to do a straight line. So a tiny straight line. And then I'm going to do a big heart, like it's a big heart balloon, okay? So if you want to use the same trick that I just showed you, where you first draw your triangle and then your M you totally can. But if you draw hearts this way, I'll show you how I draw a heart now. I start from the middle and I go out and down. And then I go back up to the same middle section and I go up and down again. Okay, now if you know how to draw a heart already, just ignore all that. I know it probably seems simple to do if you know how to do it. But for those that don't know, it's actually kind of hard. I actually just did like a little triangle here too while I was talking. This little triangle is kind of like the little piece that you tie from the balloon. So that's kind of just our last detail on our little balloon. Okay. Now the final thing I'm going to do, now you can leave this part off if you want, but I want to kind of make it so that he's not just like floating in the air. So I'm actually going to put a big heart around my whole bear picture, okay? Now this part might be tricky for you if you drew your bear too close to the top, or if you don't have enough space. So that's why I'm telling you, if you don't have enough room to draw a heart, you don't have to do this part, okay? But this might make your picture look extra cool. So again, I'm going to start in the middle with my heart, and I'm going to go up and around my picture, down into my point, right about there. And then I'm going to go up and around and down. Okay. So there's my bear. That way when you're done coloring your picture, if you want to, you can even cut out this heart so that it's like a real Valentine that you can give to somebody. But otherwise it can just be a piece of paper with a cool picture on it. Okay, so I'm going to color. I'm going to speed up this part. I think I'm probably going to make like a heart pattern in my background here just to kind of make it look really nice, okay? But you guys can obviously color it however you want. So I'll speed up this part and I'll catch up with you in a minute, okay? Okay, you guys, here's my finished Valentine's Day bear. How did yours come out? I'm sure it came out awesome. If you guys want to share it with me, make sure you tag Art with Mrs. Alvarez so that I can check it out on Instagram or Facebook, okay? Thanks you guys for joining me today. I'll see you guys back here soon, okay? Bye!